Fortunately, the price is going to go up $40. Who wants to spend more if you don't have to? All right, on this next one, I fell in love with it because I think it is, I love the layers. I was writing notes because I do that, you know. I love the layers. This is a brand new launch. It's birthday price. It's one of what we're calling our Tucson treasures. We have 3 flex pays. It's $30 off. And once again, 18 inches with the sterling silver, almost 3-inch extender on the back. So feminine.
But I love with this, though, too. This is what we call watermelon tourmaline. And they call it watermelon tourmaline because it has the pinks, the greens, the blues, every color you can imagine, like in a watermelon. And this is all, I got this, it came out of a really, really small deposit. And it's somebody that I've known for a really long time, and they didn't get a lot of it. But these are all natural crystals. The only thing that we have done in this is we've just tumbled it, polished them by hand. You have to, polish them by hand. You can't tumble finish this and get that kind of polish. I left it as natural as I could. But this, if you love tourmalines, and tourmalines they're known for their, being colorful. But the thing with tourmalines, it's really, really hard to get this really bright color consistency and all the different colors, the vibrant colors in it. And I was just intrigued by this. And again, when I bought this, it was a really, really small find. It was a small deposit. They kind of, it was kind of like in a like a clay type deposit, and they actually screen it just like that's all they do. They just take it and they kind of like run the screens, and we came out with all these small crystals, and just little small crystals, but they're all natural tourmaline crystals. And most of the tourmaline that you've seen with me before all comes out of South America. Primarily my sources there are in Brazil. This is one of the few times that I've ever used tourmaline in my designs that this particular material came from Madagascar.
I love, first off, most people don't realize tourmaline comes in that many colors. That's kind of a surprise.
Yeah, well, and then also what I love with this, it's got all the raspberries, the reds, the greens. It's even got some blues in it. It's just a really, really nice assortment of all the different natural colors.
It's beautiful. And I love the fact that I personally layered look. If you saw my video on Facebook and Instagram, you can see I've got the big layered one, and then I've layered another one on top of that. I love when Jay does his layers because it kind of takes the mystery out for the rest of us. We don't have to try to create it ourselves. You get that very voluptuous full look in your neck. You get, basically it's 3 strands, 3 necklaces for less than the price of what you pay for one.
Well, if you think about that, yeah, like, what would you pay just for a single strand? What would you pay for an 18-inch strand of natural tourmaline? Just one strand of it. Right. You're actually getting 3, and we've done all the heavy lifting for you here, right? It's already set up there, so you've got, they're a little bit more than 16, so you got, let's say 16 and a half, 17, and then 18, or like maybe 18 and a half, the way that it lays. And then added, just like Suzanne was talking earlier, the great thing, you get our extender, so that gives you another 2 3/4 of an inch to play with. And the cool thing about it, that 2 3/4 of an inch, you can adjust that in about 1/4 inch increments.
And
right?
I will show you that. That was such a great shot of the stones.
If you want something to position perfectly, I know Sheila, my wife, she always is, like she loves this because you can position it, right?
Yes.
You can, depending on what you're wearing, right?
Yep.
Like the problem with just a standard, just one length, and where you just have like an 18-inch, where you're wearing 18-inch, but it drapes over what you're wearing, right?
Yeah, and typically it drives you crazy. What drives me nuts is typically in women's blouses, the 18-inch
just right there
hits right below that button that you have to button.
Right,
because
so you can't bring it up or bring it up.
You can't do it. It drives me crazy, and that's really nice. In fact, do you have an update? I'm sorry. Which one was that one? The Chilean. The Chilean. But I can't remember what it looked like. It's sold out though.
That was a spiny oyster with.
Wait, how is the 2-piece set? Because I'm telling you, grab that. You guys do not miss out on this. Let me show it again. This is it, and this is the only one. Oh, is it the gallery piece?
She was talking the gallery piece.
This one's
sold out. This is Chilean, so that's Angel Peak.
That's sold out. Okay, that's gone. This comes with the earrings. Oh, they're in my ear, of course. This is the other one. If you're shopping for turquoise, there's 30 sets left.
Even as a guy, I have something very similar to this right now that I just, I don't really have the silver, as much silver on it, but I wear this constantly.
Oh, the chain. Anyway, that's still available from our little mini 5 and 5 we did. But the Chilean gallery piece, good for you. That was, see, if you get any of those along that row, it was such a good savings. All right, in the case for this one, we're $30 off. You've done tourmaline, but you don't do a lot of it.
Yeah, the reason I don't do a lot of tourmaline is there's not really a lot of tourmaline available, number one. And number two, you have to understand, it's not that I can't buy it and I don't know where to get it, but just like the Brazilian material, you go, sometimes, it's just not going to work. I mean, yeah, could I make you that necklace? Yeah, but are you going to pay $500? So that's the deal. I mean, and so it's also kind of the art of being able to, when you're buying direct, but you have to still be, even though you're buying the rough, you're buying it in bulk, you've got to get it at a market price where you can do what we do, right?
Right.
That's why I say a lot of times, more so than not, I could take the materials and sell the raw materials for more than we're actually selling our finished product for. But then it would kind of defeat the purpose of Mine Finds.
But here's an interesting story too. So when you go to Tucson, especially when we're with Jay's like a rock star there. Like he truly is. Sorry, pardon the pun.
Yeah,
that was
star.
funny.
Rock star.
That was very funny. Anyway, but he truly is like, I'm talking rock star, right? And so when you walk around him, you see all these people and they recognize Jay because he's been in the business such a long time and he has this amazing reputation around the world. And they know when Jay says, I'm buying that, I'm bringing the money, he's going to do that because there's a lot of shifty people, unfortunately, in this business, right? And so they trust Jay very much. And it's neat to walk around with you because everybody does know him and he has some of these amazing people I got to meet, right? And so when he brings us things like a tourmaline triple necklace, it is really special. It's something that's really important. And the colors of this now